Hello again. This is Joseph, of course. Who else could I be? I'm going to bring to you today my painting Dark Angel. It's a 16 by 20 acrylic on canvas. Dark Angel is of course an angel, and I guess she could be considered Lucifer, but you know, for us who believe in the devil, a female devil. She's got a sword in one hand and an energy spear in the other hand, and she has a halo, and her halo is kind of like thorns and spikes. And I just dropped my paper, my little teleprompter paper just hit the floor. And anyway, back to Dark Angel. I have a thing about redheads, so that's why she's a redhead. I don't know, the hair color probably doesn't make any difference. It could be black, in fact. But I like redheads, so I gave her red hair. And she's got kind of a brownish red wings. She's scantily dressed, but she's fierce, and she's got a very stern face on her. And I don't know if you can see or not, but right in here, she's even got a couple little horns, only because, you know, the devil's supposed to be horny. You know, big horns, little horns, but for some reason the devil has horns. She even had the remnants maybe of a tail as kind of part of her garment. This tail comes down with a little barbed end, a little like devil's barbed tail. And the same way with her garment, when it wraps around her arm and comes down, it wraps around her leg, it becomes a serpent. Only because in the story of Adam and Eve, the devil represented himself as a serpent. Not saying that snakes are evil or anything like that, but so this is just, you know, representation of the power. It's like a sword has a very small edge of flames, so it's a flaming sword. I guess so when it cuts you in half, you don't bleed to death. You just sears everything, and I'm not really sure the reason it's like that, but anyway, you know, the spear is an energy spear. Doesn't have a sharp point on it like a normal spear would have, but it has kind of a flame, burning, a cold flame,
Why does she have an energy sphere?
Well, the spear is the spear is probably one of the, you know, besides the club, is probably one of the more ancient type of instruments of war. It's not a, you know, it's a energy spear is let's say, you know, if it was a steel spear, it would cut the flesh. If it was an energy spear, it would separate the atoms and the energy of your being. That's why it's she's kind of double-edged here, with spear in one hand, a chopper in the other hand. She cuts you up in this one and disperse your atoms and molecules with the other, type of thing. It's kind of a double-edged.
Can you tell me something about the globes, the spheres?
They represent dimensions, planets. Each planet, I mean, it's no particular planet in general. It's just they represent planets, heavenly bodies, domain. This dark, the red areas in here is kind of antimatter, space, and just energy in general. And then you've got the circular globes, planets, but they're really not planets. They're just symbolizations of planets, that heavenly bodies. The same way they continue on up. You see more circular imagery going up. Again, I've said in my other little videos that I have a thing about circles. I don't know what it is. The universe is a circular entity, and so I represent lots of circles in my paintings. And if you'll notice on the halo, and she definitely has a halo because this is a I can't call it a demigod. The devil's not exactly a demigod. A demigod is half human and half God. There's nothing human here. The devil can take on many forms, or angels, let's say that, not so much as the devil. Angels in general are sexless and have not form. We all know that they have wings, or represented by wings, which and they're able to take on different shapes and forms. And one of the most pleasant forms that they like to take on is a human form. And of course, and so it could have taken on a human form as a masculine form or a feminine form. The devil really can do either. So, and there's this little mojo necklace around her neck. That was just a decoration because, you know, jewelry is insignificant when it comes to higher realms of beings, but it's just a decoration. I tried to make her very, not a lot of color to her body. She's kind of a gray tone, but yet she's got this fiery red hair and kind of brownish red wings. And
why is your tone gray?
Because she's not flesh and blood.
Oh, okay.
She's not human. If she was human, she would maybe have a warmer tone. It's just to keep her separate. And it keeps her separated from the other colors in the background, makes her stand out more. You've noticed in my painting, I do a lot of dabbing and doodling. All my painting isn't just stroke. It's some of it's whatever fits the moment. You know, like here it's just dabbing and pushing colors. And it's surprising that when I do a painting, I only use one or two brushes. And usually a medium flat brush that's not more than probably a quarter of an inch wide, and a little round brush that's really small. And so this whole painting is done with two sizes of brushes. You know, it's even if I do a big painting, I still use small brushes. So I guess it's...
what is... could you tell me a little bit more about her crown? Her halo crown. Why is it spiked?
Well, it's a little bit like the thorn of Christ in some ways. It's meant to be menacing. Doesn't it look threatening to you? This
yes, it
spiky
does.
looking. It doesn't. There's nothing, and it's hard and sharp-edged and pointed. The whole angel is hard and sharp-edged, and it's give her a hug and you'll come back bleeding. Well, that's all for today, and you guys take care, and you enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of the year. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. Bye-bye.